The Sony ZV1 is a fantastic camera, and I hear the Mark II is even better because it has that nice wide-angle lens. But they both have one fatal flaw. And if you've used either of these cameras for an extended period of time, you know exactly what I'm going to say. The battery. The battery sucks. The battery is awful. Speaking to camera is hard enough, but when you're thinking, oh my God, is the battery going to die? It's even worse. So right now, I'm filming this with my Sony ZV1, and all that stress of the battery dying, all that stress is gone. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how I alleviated myself of that frustration. So here we go. There's a few obvious things that you can do to mitigate the fact that the battery life is not great on this camera. Number one is you buy more batteries and you have a load charged up on standby. There are some cheaper alternatives rather than the ones that come with the camera that you can explore, and there's a link to those down below. That will work really well if you're on location somewhere and you basically have no access to power and you need access to a fully charged battery. That's great. The drawback to having additional batteries is that no matter how many batteries you have, it's always going to take time to charge any one of them. Okay. And it does take quite a long time to charge these batteries to full capacity. And in my experience, you never quite know when the battery is actually fully charged. You get those little 3-bar things, and even if all 3 bars of the battery are charged, often before you know it, it's dropped one of them and you're down to 2. Okay, so for me, that's one of the drawbacks, is the time it takes to charge them and the fact that you never reliably know when they are absolutely fully charged. The second drawback I don't like about having a load of batteries as a solution to the battery issue on the ZV1 is that there's a lot of faff whenever you have to remove the battery from the compartment to replace it. It means you have to stop filming, turn the camera off, switch the batteries over, and then continue. And for me, that's just dead time. It's stuff that isn't adding any value to your filming. And again, it just interrupts the flow. If you've kind of got a situation where the lighting's changing because you're using natural light like I am today, then it just adds to the level of stress when you're trying to get a video made, okay? So 2 reasons why I'm not a massive fan of the solution where you just buy a bunch more batteries and have them on standby. The second solution is to have your camera charging via the USB micro input cable. And again, for this solution, there's 2 main reasons why I've tried it and I'm not in love with it. And the first one of these is that if you're using your ZV1 as a webcam, which I do for things like streaming or work meetings and things like this, what you're doing is you're plugging the micro USB cable into the side of the camera, and that is both providing power, okay, via your laptop or whatever you have it plugged into the other end, and it's also providing the video input for your streaming, whether that's OBS or Microsoft Teams or Zoom or whatever it is. And what you'll find is, eventually, even though you feel like you're getting power to this battery, it just runs out, it gets depleted. And so I've found myself in situations where I've been in a meeting and my camera just dies. The battery just gets exhausted. And you would think that having the micro USB cable plugged in permanently to the camera, which is attached to a power source like a computer, that it's just going to keep it topped up with power. But no, it does not. So that does not work for me. And I even find when you're not using it as a webcam, but you just have it plugged into a power source, even that isn't foolproof and it will deplete. It's almost like you're using more power by having the camera on than you're receiving via the micro USB cable. So basically that doesn't work very well. So the solution that has worked for me really well, and I'm hoping will help you too, is a dummy battery. This dummy battery provides constant power for your camera. You'll never get a situation where it depletes, because it effectively is just like a charging cable, and the end of the cable that plugs into your camera just happens to be one of these dummy batteries. So it means that you can have the camera on pretty much as long as you want and you won't get an issue with running out of power. It's not really suitable for location shooting, but it's perfect if you're shooting in a studio environment or at home or whatever. Basically an environment where you've got easy access to mains power. So on one end you have a mains plug, you've got the power adapter in the middle, that then plugs into another cable, and it goes into the dummy battery port of your camera. And boom, you've got yourself uninterrupted power supply. No need to worry about batteries anymore. So there's a link to this product in the description below so you know that you're getting the right thing. And because the battery's the same, this will work for a Sony ZV1 and the ZV1 Mark II version. What you'll find is because the battery compartment has to be permanently open in order for this dummy battery to be in place and the cable to come out, you won't necessarily be able to mount the camera in the same way you did before because the flap is now open and that's getting in the way of your ability to mount the camera to some sort of a fixing. So the other thing I bought just to complete the solution to enable me to still fix the camera in pretty much the same way is a base mount bracket which is specially designed for the ZV1 so it will fit perfectly. And on the bottom of this you're able to attach the camera to the plate, and then separate to that you've got 12 1/4-inch mounting thread holes, so you've kind of got a bit of wiggle room depending on your setup to mount your camera to. And again, there's a link to this mounting plate in the description below so you know the one that I bought and you can get the same one for yourself if this is helpful to you. So that's pretty much it. I really hope that this has helped you, and anybody who's watching this who makes videos themselves, you know that there are many different little elements to think about when you're putting a video together. So hopefully this has just taken one of those elements of stress out of the equation for you, and it's going to help you on your content creation journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.